Hey there, Olight just sent over their brand new Javelot Turbo 2. This is a great thrower light that can be used for security, hunting, outdoor, just a lot of outdoor tactical type of use cases. I'm really impressed with this light, it's pretty badass. So let's go ahead and dive in. Okay guys, so here we have it, the Javelot Turbo 2 by Olight. And before we get into it, I just want to kind of show you guys this case. I mean, it comes with this really nice hard-sided carrying case, which I'm really impressed with. I think this is going to be really nice. It even has a little pressure vent in the front, so if you're traveling or something like that in an airplane, this will properly depressurize and stuff as needed. So a really nice high-quality case that comes with this light. I just wanted to show that to you before we start unboxing it. Just has some nice latches on it, and there is the light itself. I mean, this thing is just gorgeous, but we're going to set that aside so you can see what comes in the box when you order one of these things. So first and foremost, it's going to be the light itself, obviously, and then the light does have a battery in it. It's a nice 7.2 volt, 5,000 milliamp hour battery. And it's not two batteries, one big battery just for this flashlight. So that's pretty cool. We'll get back to that in a minute. You get a holster, and this is a really nice holster. It has a magnetic close, not Velcro. I always like the magnetic close over Velcro. Looking on the inside, you'll see there's a little remote that goes with the light, and it even has a little tie down for the lanyard on the side of the holster, which is really nice. So I'll set that aside. I'll show you how that works later. But overall, just a really nice holster, really high quality holster that comes with this really high quality light. So good job, Olight. Also included is this little wrist strap thing for the remote itself. I personally probably won't use this, but I can see where this is coming really handy if you're hunting or driving an ATV or something like that. You want to just be able to reach over to your wrist, turn the light on or off wherever you have mounted on your vehicle or weapon. So I do think that's a pretty cool addition. And then of course the user's manual, which you won't need because you're watching this video, you'll know everything there is to know about this light. And I almost forgot, it comes with a USB-A to USB-C charging cable. You can use any USB-C cable, but it comes with one just in case you don't have one. I don't know who doesn't have a USB-C cable at this point, but since it comes with a nice hard case, I'm just gonna leave it in the case. That's everything that comes with the base model of the Olight Javelot Turbo 2. There is a premium version, and that comes with a red filter, a green filter, and a weapon mount. So if you want to weapon mount this light, or you want those filters to help preserve your night vision while you're doing search and rescue, stuff like that, you'll want to get the premium version of this light. I'm going to be reviewing the basic version of this light. Putting that aside, let's take a closer look at the light itself. And that thing is just gorgeous, guys. This is a beautiful light out of Olight. They always do a really good job. I'm particularly impressed with this one. This is one of their higher quality lights. And I mean, all their lights are really high quality, but this one, it just really, the fit and finish just feels really good. So let's go ahead and do a quick walk around of the light itself. Then we'll go over some of the specifications and then do some outdoor testing so you can see just how powerful this thing really is. The light is 10.14 inches long, 2.48 inches in diameter at the head, and about 1 inch in diameter on the body. So a pretty nice sized light. It comes in at 15.17 ounces, so almost a pound. So again, this isn't going to be your typical EDC carry type light. That's why it comes with a hard case. It's really a more outdoor focused light to be mounted on a vehicle, a weapon, or just a search light for search and rescue, something like that. This is a extremely powerful light, and it's not really an EDC light. It's meant to be used when you know you're going to need a powerful light and you don't mind the extra weight. So that's enough about what comes in the box itself. Let's go ahead and do a quick walk around of this light so you can see what it's all about. First is the 1,800 lumens power that this light has. It's super powerful, and with that nice deep reflector, it really throws it out there. Olight says this can go out 1,500 meters, which I don't even have the ability to test that because that's almost a mile out there. For me, I can probably use this for a couple hundred yards in my area, and then I just run out of space. This thing is so powerful. Truly going to be a great light for search and rescue, especially over large distances like on boats and things like that. This light's really going to shine, pun intended. The light itself is made of nice aerospace grade aluminum with a hard anodized finish, and it's a really nice anodized finish. You don't see any blemishes or scratches. It's one of those really high quality anodized finishes that you've come to expect from Olight. If you never owned an Olight product, you won't know what I mean, but if you have, you know exactly what I mean. This anodized is definitely best in class. The knurling on it is super nice. It's directional, so it kind of slips easy as you rub your hand up, but then as you pull back, it really grips into your hand. So it'd be great for cold weather or wet hands, or if you have gloves. So really good job on the knurling. Again, I'm really impressed with it. It's not just the standard kind of checkered pattern that you find on like weightlifting bars and things like that. It's a really good knurling for a flashlight. Coming back to the business end of the light, you do have a strike bezel, and it's kind of in that light blue color, that signature Olight. So, you know, this is a nice sized light, kind of like those big mag lights security officers used to carry. And this would definitely be punishing if you were on the receiving end of that. So there's that. You do have a really high quality LED in there and a super clear glass front. It's not plastic, it's kind of a mineral glass. It's going to really help that throwing light get out there without much obstruction. The head has plenty of cuts and heat sink features to make sure it can dissipate the heat from this super powerful light really well. And on the side here, you do have a button with battery status indicator lights. You just push it once to check your battery status. Each LED represents 25% discharge. You press and hold to turn the light on. It comes on in a last used memory item. So this is in the 15 lumens moonlight mode. And you just quickly press to cycle through the low, medium, high, and then turbo settings. Super simple UI, I really dig it. Turn the light off, you just press and hold, and it turns off. The UI on the tail switch is equally simple. You just half press to get into the 15 lumens low mode, and you full press to get into the turbo mode, which is 1800 lumens. You let go to turn it off. To have the permanent on, you just quickly push in and let go, and that gets permanent on. Quickly push in and let go to turn off. If you want momentary on, you push and hold, and then you let go, and the light will turn off. Rotating 90 degrees from the power button, you'll find the USB-C port. Simple flap. This is an IP67 rated light, and the USB-C port is just like any other USB-C port. It took me about 5 hours to charge this light from a complete dead state. Olight says you can charge this light in about 7.5 hours, so I think it depends on the speed of your charger. So overall, I do like the USB-C function because it does charge a little bit faster than some of the wireless options. If we continue rotating the light, you'll see these three little connectors, and that's where the remote comes in. Here's the remote, and it just magnetically clicks on, which is super nice, and there's a little blue light that turns on, letting you know that the remote is charging. We'll show you how the remote works in just a little bit. And there you have it. That's kind of the quick walk around of the features of the Javelot Turbo 2. Super nice light. I'm really impressed. We'll get this outside in just a minute so you can see just how powerful it is. But first I want to talk about the brightness settings and the run times real quick. There's 4 different settings, and the low mode is 15 lumens and will run for 272 hours, which is pretty ridiculous. In mediums, 150 lumens will run for 30 hours. And high is 600 lumens, will run for 6 hours. And then in the turbo mode, it has 1800 lumens or 1,500 meters to throw, and that'll run for 4.6 minutes before it has to start throttling down to temperature issues. That's actually really good. A lot of these high performance lights I've reviewed in the past, they start throttling down after 15 or 30 seconds. This, because of the large head and all the heat sink features and stuff on this, will stay at that high turbo mode for much longer, and it will cool off quicker, letting you get back into the turbo mode more quickly. To get into these different modes, it's super easy. You just press and hold the side button to get the light turned on. It comes on in the 15 lumens mode, and then you just press to cycle through. So this is the medium, which is the 150 lumens, the high, which is 600 lumens, and then the turbo, which is the 1,800 lumens. And I can really feel the heat coming off this thing. This thing is super powerful. It's like a laser sword. And you'll see that when we take it outside. It's just incredibly powerful. It's going to be overwhelming the camera here, I'm sure. One thing I do notice about the light beam, and I'll show you this outside, is this super white light. It doesn't have any tingy green or blues or anything like that. So I'm really impressed with how clean this light is as well, in addition to just how bright it is. In addition to using the USB-C port for charging, you can also use one of Olight's magnetic charging cables. Just snaps on the end of the tail cap. It doesn't charge quite as quick with the magnetic charging cable, but if you already have them and you're set up with them, it's definitely an option for you. Now, before we take this thing outside to show you just how powerful this light is, let's talk about the remote real quick. So right out of the box, this remote should be paired with the light. All you have to do is click it onto the magnetic charging base there, and the light should turn blue, and you'll know that you're connected to the light. And as you can see, it turns light on and off with the push of a button. If it's not paired, all you have to do is attach it to the light, triple click, and then hold for 3 seconds, and that should pair the remote with the light. If you want to deactivate the remote, maybe it's turning on your bag or doing something you don't want it to, all you have to do is pair it to the light, click 5 times and then hold for 30 seconds, and that will deactivate the remote from this light, so it's not, working as a remote anymore. And then if you want to use it again, just attach it and go through the pairing sequence. I really like this remote. It works up to 8 meters or about 24 feet, which is really good. I think if you attach this to your vehicle or part of your boat or anything like that, anywhere near you, it's going to work great. Now, it's not going to work from, half a mile away, but that's okay. That's not really what this light is intended for. Now the remote is not able to change the brightness settings of the light or anything like that. When you click it, it just comes on in turbo, and man, that thing has a lot of heat when it comes on. And then you click it to turn the light off. Now to do momentary, you press and hold to turn it on, and again it comes on turbo. And then when you release, the light will turn off. So it's pretty nice. It only works for the turbo mode. And again, like I said, you just a quick press to be permanently on, quick press to turn it off, and then push and hold, and then release whenever you want to turn it off. So I like that it does both the momentary and the steady on, steady off. And that's kind of the quick and dirty of this light. Let's go ahead and take this thing out and show you just how powerful this laser sword really is. Okay, we're in the testing area, aka my backyard, and let's go ahead and get this Javelot Turbo 2 fired up. Okay, the first mode here is the 15 lumens low mode, and it's a very small point when I point it at the ground directly in front of me. But as I reach out, I can see the pots out there and the back wall. But it's a relatively dim point. This would be good for, checking under the bed or something like that. Moving up to the medium mode, it's 150 lumens. And the hot spot is about the size of one of those pots, and it really punches. For 150 lumens, this is punching really well. I can shine it up into the tree, and this is a nice crisp white light. It's really showing a lot of detail, unlike some of the floodier lights I've tested in the past. So very good for identifying objects out at a distance. Going up to the high setting, this is 600 lumens, and keep in mind, 6 hours of runtime on the 600 lumens setting here. So really impressive. Again, you can see all the detail in the tree, the edges of the leaves. I mean, this is a really crisp, clean white light. I'm really impressed. Again, 1,500 meters. This thing's really going to punch. It's almost a little too bright up close on this wall here, but I try to use the same testing area every time I do one of these light reviews, just so you guys can kind of compare the different lights I've tested in the past. So a really small hotspot, as you can see, there's the top of the wall. So the hotspot is probably about a third the height of the wall, which is a 7-foot wall. So about, 2.5 foot hotspot at a distance of 50 feet or so. Side of the house, you can see the edge of the roof. I mean, very tight hotspot. Now jumping up to the turbo mode, you can really tell this is a lot brighter. Almost just blowing out your night vision looking at something this close. But again, I just wanted to show you guys in my standard testing area what this looks like. I will be getting this light out again in the near future to do some long distance testing. So I would definitely encourage you to subscribe to the channel to get that video. That will be coming out soon. So that's the low, medium, and high. I'll just run through them really quick for you. So low, medium, high, and then turbo. So again, the turbo is super bright. One other thing I noticed about this light is really comfortable to hold even on the brightest settings. The light itself is not getting super hot. Some of the other lights I've tested in the past are a lot smaller. They may advertise a really bright lumen setting on it, but the light gets so hot that the first it has to start stepping down in power really quickly, and second, it's not very comfortable to hold. Sometimes they get so hot they basically burn your hand. You have to set the thing down. So that's another thing I really like about this light, because of its size and all the extra heat sink cuts and stuff on it. It really dissipates the heat quite well, and the run times show that. All right, guys, so we're back inside from the outside testing, and what do you think? I thought this light was super impressive. I really need a bigger area to show you just how powerful this light really is, but I wanted to get this review out to you as quickly as possible. I probably will take this light out to a larger area in the near future so you can see a little bit better example of what this beam looks like at a distance. So make sure to like this video so other people can find it, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that video when I release it. So for the final takeaway of this video, I'm going to just kind of talk about who I think this light is intended for. Like I said earlier, I don't think it's intended for everyday carry or an emergency backup light or something like that. This is a primary duty light. This is going to be used for like a security officer, law enforcement, search and rescue. Someone, when you're going out, you know you're going to need to use the light, you know you're going to need to use the light a lot, and you know you're going to need significant run times with significant brightnesses. That's who this light is intended for. A serious operator who really needs a powerful flashlight, and they know they're going to be putting a lot of hours on it. So that's why it comes with a holster, and that's why, you know, it has the run times it does and the throw that it does. Been super impressed with this light, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who's looking for a heavy duty thrower style flashlight. Also, what do you guys think of this 3D printed stand I made for the light? I was having a little trouble when I was filming this. The light was kind of rolling around a little bit. So I just made this little stand on my 3D printer so I could just set it down and it just sits there nicely. So I don't know, I put a lot of work into these for you guys. Let me know if you like when I make fixtures and stuff like this. And if you'd like to see my 3D printing setup and how I make things like that, definitely subscribe to the channel, and I'll be making some videos on that in the near future. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button so others can find it. I'm going to be doing a torture test with the thermal camera in the near future. If I've already done it, I'll put the video in a box on screen right now. If not, check out this other video. Cheers!